man speaking about coup and how we are supposed to be cautious, do you think the coup is here Benede? He doesn't want that. But who's a glimpses of her? Ye Jimmy politics, Jimmy and ye sin and West Bonnie, young Cochino, and you see a foolish man like this. I said to be Hubachino. Wait, Parliament in Koranina, expect say BBC Parliament, not Jimmy Bessie and Kakorabin Koye, new MPB, Niantiano. When you know Parliament almost 24 years, with Jimmy or Parliament, K.T Hammond. Parliament in Pennsylvania, the way Jimmy Pani, wait, with Jimmy Chan Pennsylvania. Ya campaign former parliament or mere jokers, a Jimmy form to me from Puntiumba, or to me Kanyans, some Bawumiah. Wait, typical fool. But I don't blame K.T Hammond. One, the law certificate to Kutana is fake. Also, my answer. K.T Hammond law certificate to Kutana. I dance for more I dance for Sam K.T Hammond Musa sent his law certificate on Jan Wayne. And we sit there and Penifue Jimmy for saying everything that he's joking about it, everything that he's fooling about it. I just want your dementia. I just say, oh yeah. Why Jimmy? In question, if you sit down and you analyze the statement from this man about the coup, you could clearly see the man was even advising the government what to do. Now then, when he said there, we need the E11 now, no? K.T Hammond, Jimmy went to Manchester and did a good statement. You see how foolish and how inconsistent these people we call politicians are? The same Atubiga will say, I'm sorry, I'm always getting his name wrong. This same man spoke about the tendencies of coup, right? And this same man said that he believes that we need to pass the E-levy. Why didn't K.T Hammond Jimmy insist to say what the man said about E-levy? The uncle but cool idea and the other dinner of free parliament and therefore parliament and therefore this guy has been in parliament for about 24 years. I don't say to call for there. What Jimmy do Jimmy too much. You keep voting for this guy. You keep going to the ballot and voting for K.T Hammond. And then why you want to I dance so call. And where time say fool. A crusty to Okoa in Futuro, Nippon the Mice and Chin. In Futuro to be born one of my son Preco, Namanam Kurim, and some more MP also called Parliament Colobi. Now or Chin way G.S. Gracia, what G.S. Gracia almost 7 times. Or Chin K.T Hammond. $100,000 and CMI, what GB, and all the boy Jantra one crying. And a Jimmy K.T Hammond, and a Jimmy Okasa on your coherent, on Timimpo, and Kikansa Mussonia so. Mumusan say, I dare a man the car said. We need to pass the E-levy now. No, one can say in some phone. These people have gray hair. They are foolish. They are foolish because me obi say K.T Hammond. Me who be out TV so I'm say Jimmy way or a comedian. He has not helped his constituency. Here, Moya K.T Hammond constituency. Moya constituency. Let me show you. Now come in Besame see K.T Hammond. The Chrome Quiney. K.T Hammond Chrome Quiney. Ofui we betina TV so a ofui we betina TV so a enkwasi assembly concerts 24 years in parliament Jimmy day in day out DIDI Jimmy every day the same comedy na adanse so for sorry a na masa to am otwen we adan grey hole ntina say adwene odima no nyansa ne constituency ni ekwan adan ne kuro mu nie na onya boa sa de we obeso so mo hwe K.T Hammond the constituency kwan nie K.T Hammond the constituency ne kwan nie
Come tell her, where the Wadaruma, Honorable K.T Hammond, the Pesuaso, I, where they be our parliament also, why, ye brepa, ye brevo crumha, in fact, of senior quandis biaya, in fact, and koye cra, a quite fitty, beer to beer. Any Yinanye, a quani Yinanye, K.T Hammond at Thakurus, Chairman, with Wadaruma, Fediaco, Oba pivot penalty Bentua, the Mat Yen, Sibi, Yama Mona Munko Scuda, no magic, no more control Banamo. Chairman, where do you sir? Share quite pa K.T Hammond. A quani ya ka. Ah, Zakavin, with what aroma. And send the bio kama a fence a omayi, yes, sir. K.T Hammond, share dear. It's a bentua and a more 1 cup, Emma, and mammy, ye mammy for now. No more could not go to Abama. Ah, Chairman, we do what aroma. What aroma? Share dear Cosopa. A coin na a hangina wash. Eh? K.T Hammond, Nimpesos in Namno. A body sang cruise. A coin in Ah, we do what aroma. Eh, what aroma pa.
K.T Hammond original parliament, Jimmy who de biara K.T Hammond. The constituency. Over 24 years in parliament. Oh, now we are just you to fool me. Me do that, but you know what Jimmy said. Now all the TV so or just spend some time be. And then the people and then or can bound it. I saw Chia and Tianachi. And then people and I'm telling you what was the day? And then the majority I don't do that. Mr. Jimmy is a mioye. Now Obiaba can somewhere on Tinasintie. Most of us in Kora and Wetiamo. And a Jimmy, sir. And I don't understand the baby. You don't know what we were talking about. Also, to me, a tabishon as to way use the Bianin so. Or to me, what as a dancer. Sikana or did or the farm man or didn't quasia some way on to me what? How many years was in Parliament? Mr. Kato Parliament coming to us here. Where the sports minister? Who are you? I got where you're young one to go home. Yaria. Or put the camera. There needs people. Because somewhere the anymore. I saw an umpito and they be a funny him. The minority and then when I said wait and answer some about my candy Ghana or put the sacramine or because I bounty instead of say Bunu or say Jimino home appointing where Jack win now me acquaint him assemble Juno Tieni as an Wakasa you're from honorable another be a moya and free see this akwane jamu hundi on Kevin Muadie kobo paternity name mo de be ani page da no de mu and then video bi sana a year Kennedy Agyapong ka say chief of staff Emma Adwasafo 120,000 Ghana. In fact statement na emphatic statement pa na yes as a statement na sa statement na sa I Ajana 1, Ajana 2, Ajana 1, Ajana 2, Edaye, Achia, and Chia, I didn't dear a boom and boom. I a Jina 1 and Jina ho, a shaki and shaki, a here attention, let's say here attention. Yes, this statement and also as a saka crack. Now, Debia make a Ghana for Mutim say, Debia Utia politician, be very careful. Some of the politicians, they are not consistent. You cannot take their word. Almost a word, Jimmy. That's a serious. Men man who's a Jimmy for because the idea in the echo. Me see, Sanko for a budio just and Chino, man acting well, or make from some young wow. Mumientie.
I swear my mother's grave. Chief of staff gave me 120,000 deposited in Agyapong's Fidelity Bank account. Please, I'm Wakuba. What do you know?
A few moments later.
Oh, Chief of Staff, now you worth more than 120,000. Yes. Yeah. But One the tree I so what? 120,000 cities. I've heard your somewhere continue. 120. I swear my mother's grave. 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 Chief of Staff gave me 120,000 deposited in Agyapong Fidelity Bank account. Please, Amwakuba, what do you know?
A few moments later.
Oh, Chief of Staff, now you worth more than 120,000. Yes. Yeah. But one the tree I so what? 120,000 cities. I've heard your somewhere continue. 120,000.
Maybe I'm a catcher Ghana for a member na Jimmy Adokromona mutie politicians are Jimmy Nti Muntumi and analyzing politicians, no? Ebinie. He was swearing on his mother's grave or by his mother's grave. Nema me also watch him no, I swear my mother's grave. And no other cancer as no. Edaye and daye. I edaye and daye. I say she ye and she ye. I say chia and chia ye. I say say she ye and she ye. I say say she man gina ye and gina ye. And ya sembia no so fo. Nipa gina TV so gina nipa nim the whole world. Swear ma mi grave. Ade chin ya oh. Eyebufu na ma me cancer. Sa nipa ne ka kira wo say aban we ya aban ebetuma bo na woto Ghana ni wagye di wagimi papa. Me say their word will prove the kind of people they are. In some be free omano abano eno na be kire omo nipa su a omo ye. We are here. God being so good, we are not that old. And we will watch every single thing people say. Because at the end of the day, no, the words we say today, that's where that is what will judge us. Obiti TV, so I saw my mother's grave. Or the name mame, castle. I did think I'll say, oh, that me bofu. Sani pano, don't take their words. Ma catch them, Ghana for Nkora, Ghana for youth, Ghana for Amutieme. Politicians way the MPP enemy, and you can hate me, you can dislike me, you can spend all your money to intimidate me through courts, through police, through it. The facts are the facts. Facts, you know, you can't do anything about it. Sebio, ukozua, aboy so abodam no, yemfane mfram wa. Because no matter how, so one day will be heavy, na sa odin ko from one beba. That is how it is. Nipa on kano kreno. No matter what you do, obetuma persevere, but the real issues come. That's an character nipia. You will see who that person is, and that is life. That is how some humans are. And I'm talking about politicians in Ghana, and all of them. Wabe swear, he's swearing. Ghana for mama money in the hole. Young people now Ghana, mama money in the hole. They are playing with you people. Almost someone Jimmy, and it's almost can't throw at the Mahama so. And it's mama Mahama, Musa Mahama, or Nipa Bonini, Mahama Nomonsa, Mahama Pemma, Mahama the Onkano Kre, and that Bakumpon to me PSO kuta krata because of Mahama Yewe, Bakumpo. One of them, Bakumpo from this government, has not been able to bring one document to say, when na mihusa Mahama ya krata ni ya Mahama ntum Bakumpo near the Equasia that want to say Sanko for Ebetuma Ghana. They saw something good in the past administration. They saw the intelligence of Mahama. They saw how he was managing this country. They knew that the guy had the vision. He had to take us through some point to some point. They knew that they were not going to get the opportunity to steal from you. They enthrall these people in this government. Majority of them, they cooked lies because almost say Jimmy, when we do it consistently, they will believe it. Into Yankas Mahama Pemba, Yankas Mahama Nomonsa, Yankas Obi Kas Mahama Pemba, wa 23 so or chain, wa what a preku. And to sign the party to me TV, so I say, Mahama Pemba, Abra Mahama Ma, I have a 5. Girl no cry, adopted girl. Mahama no Pemba or Pemba no. Mahama, so I will cry 1 10 cry, Minyasha so me do 10. And so pre-quote TV, so I will bear 40. I catch that was a Mahama Pemba until you need free ho, na family me beshaw, oh maybe you do. And that is the issues I've been talking about. These people are born liars. They are chronic liars. This particular government, from the president to the last person, they lie because they know you, the people, are foolish. You don't think. You cannot sit down and analyze their statement. That is why the president will tell you, I'm giving you everything for free. But because he knows you will fail to ask him, where are you going to get the money to make sure this country runs or this country becomes a country on its own? The same thing they did. And me say, social media is showing us a lot. They know you are foolish. They take you for granted. How can you sit on national television and swear on your mother's grave, and the next day you come and say, oh, Namakuma Naba? So what actually made you swear? It means it's something you've been doing for years. You have been using those things as a window to make people believe in whatever lies you are saying. Because how can you just go out there and put something like this out and you think it's a joke? It isn't. Somebody could have attacked Agyapong for that. Somebody could have attacked the chief of staff for that. If it wasn't deliberately said, Opesa would say Nipa. These are not jokes. These are not things we have to sit and say this. No. These are things we need to take serious. We are Ghanaian young man. You might not like me, but your future is the end of our problem. Me say we are Ghanaian, you might not like me, or you are Kani, or you are MPP, you're a young man, you're a young woman. This same person, but now TV look just zongo for impepe for more the constituency. He will not do anything there. On one crop for Kronyashi, because Jimmy. You see, these are things you need to understand as a Ghanaian. When you are voting people into power, when they sit on you, you need to know the kind of people they are. Consistently, no, they are not able to run away from who they are. Asamba kunipa ba we can bear 7 times. In different ways. Yet you chrome her results a winning, yes, will be the winning presidency 8 times. Ye nim de ekufa the winning election. Je mention in am kronim. Now you say Ukraine and konam ho, ke the bomb basha to da. Je mention on in am kronim, menoka say okpo, President okpo duna on to mean can chair aba or the winning election 2020 Supreme Court so aboa. Emma Sankwasi asemu enyina ekoso. Near to said there's no problem. There's a problem. Until another lecturer was advising Ghanaians from the things the government is doing, the actions and character of the government, backed by fact, coup is inevitable because we have seen coup happen around us, and these were some of the things that actually caused that. Now see this. And a down titim bomb na twatwa etoto tim school feeding program on hold. This is why. Now utie Madam Dapa Cecilia Dapa or say school feeding ye chum till further notice or say chum because Oba will say Eddie Keba and almost setting up a system bet to me attract school feeding program because Sikane corner say you to me account for the money. Trasa no asoreko. School feeding program no ting time ting ton time ton ting ton mo santimia na mudi atem ekufu ade de be matintin gramo se sia no school feeding no yesi ye twebo until further notice. It is a state of the nation now. Ekufu ade say until further notice no ye twem ye betwa bibia mu free SHS no be so twebo omu hu de omonka free SHS nyame ni kosua ede de ye bob ka eno no end of game and game end no eno no. It is say yakase bonsam ewu de we are back to factory settings. Omo mu kunipa be kunipa. Omo mu bok omo fornicate be fornicate. Omo mu robbie bank because bonsam na nkase wu. Inje see I dey no lie. Inje see no a Christopher dey keep his statement no. Bonsam we so we have to keep praying. Pray without season because ada nyankopon be na no press conference we say, "Hure bonsam ewu ene say asamasa." Into bonsam de onyan wi. enti end game no na aba no school feeding program na ye ka kire mo say school feeding program e one enye na yentie na nsia na dapaya be ka kire ne Bawumiah be ka kire say they are digitizing the school feeding program in no weeks, in no time. It will put on the digital platform for school feeding no and okwa na emia of no yes code no ehwe wafunum Bawumiah na ka o say food school feeding no ye ba be digitizing no into obadi ko school kra memma na chance wache chance ni ho okwa na wakwa jina school feeding coordinator nim e school ho. What is your name? Oh, madam, good afternoon. I said, good afternoon. How are you? I'm fine. What is your name? My name is Kevin Taylor. Okay, bring your cheeks. No, I say, near me. Na eduane na be good minim buna na ko. I say, thank you. Go and sit down. What is your name? Arabata. I say, okay, how are you? I am fine, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Bring your part. No, I say, Bawumiah na ka kire o. No mo be digitize eye school feeding no ade achi yes school feeding twem sika ni nyina ase mo hu bibi da ade ba akura na aka na ekutem no eno so egu ekufo de free education aba na enkofo yenkora ko school a omo de free okay they say etwem enti sa vote onya na 50% to go e-feeding no e-feeding Bawumiah na no so ba be e-pregnancy some mo teye o say digital no they call pregnancy into nam kroma adwasafo awu na e de ade betare wechi e ba kin 8 months madam obade the 8 months now ko on the robocop one say school feeding program no Bawumiah say any MPP aban ekufo so watwam mujimi no yakasa kire ma monte bibia free Ghana ni pe free nti ewusa ntwe no bibia free yetwam yesi amoma no kwa eye free aka free SHS nko a mema mo 3 months ye betwam mo de setia mema mo 90 days omeba be ka chem so we want to restructure the free SHS to suit our academic calendar so that it could propagate the schedule and the syllables so that we can in fact fine-tune the line to accommodate the new students coming so that TVET can be linked to the senior high school education. Also with no. So with the proponent and exponent, and then I'm pay. Where do I bro for? Because some go me church mu. Omeba. No, I catch up say the economic conditions has given the education ministry some time to reflect on our educational system. Now, when it comes to the free SHS, they have discovered through research, which they will not tell you, that we really need to streamline and fine-tune what makes the free SHS a sustainable policy for our children's children in the years to come. We want to open a lot of opportunities for our young kids to have access to tertiary education. That's why we want to link the TVET, the tertiary vocational education, so that we can encompass and inculcate the two policies to make sure that the free SHS really sustains the TVET to accomplish what we thought we know is the practical lessons in child career. So we would like to fine-tune the policy. Yeah, free SHS if you will. Ucheche, you didn't have a see into the crowd say honorable. Omiti a piece of FM so no more be over the hands of Petu, no more honorable. Abena, the crowd is saying, no, so the ain't, or say, ma, bro, footing in idea, and the crowd is saying, bro, for some proponent. But then, tell me, yo, more exponent and proponent, more mean, bro, kumo. Into opportunity TV, opportunity to get here, and I'm going to be say Petuo, and Omutie. So the proponent and education minister, now we I saw adverts, Cambodia, I am Cambodia for club. We just know 2021, you just know me. And Obekeka Sanko as you Omutuo, and I say, Abney, now you see, and the crack is saying, Osman, the crack no brofro cannon, the crack, just say, ma, tintantong, your trouble. And then I'm not profiting this day. You come into free SHS at the no, and a free feeding no, you come bro for tintin nyina me kan no ase no momfa nkoda monwe pesingu so o kire mo medi matam me se me mam 90 days free SHS no nyankopon ni no ebebo. Let's move forward. Mo pe brofo brofo be fono mo brofo yenka ni nyewe na mo hu nyina atete ai yenka brofo no wie no na mo hu nyina apra e de se Boligan confirm mo ni anwi ba akokora mo ho we dey here. Na Bawumiah no osaka asemi muntie Bawumiah say mun ha se bia Bawumiah ka Bawumiah ka sa no ho slap o abi enje ma me kire wade wi Bawumiah yi o da se Bawumiah ka only dabi we enje Bawumiah there ma me kire Bawumiah there. Bawumiah reviews talks to digitize football tickets. Wabodamo or your anchor for candidate or say or the new plan about some people proponent. Proponent and proponent and the proponent and the exponent to say he has reviewed talks to digitize football ticket. Yet the other day, yet near the amount of him abroaching us. I has the kotoko for far, has for far, or ticket to buy near Shaniati. Never a soldier for any cabaliati. Oba be digitize the soldier from John, a very no Muslim connection. I did ticket that you know, you take the amount. Oba so to take it online, I turn online for bra. Digitization, and the other do you also be digitize it. Now, what all the problems we are facing now as a nation? Ticket to go park, and I don't hear it. Go for your GB. Hey, Bawumiah or your first class anchor for candidate, and Kwaka class prefect. Our pantaya and Conan and Canopano on the body wood. Concoro. Messi Bawumiah or your full anchor for candidates. At this point, the country, the economy has sunk. We need brains to suggest things. You are still talking about making a football a ticket digital. We don't care. Those things are auxiliary stuff. We don't need those things now. We need to find ways to seal the leakages in the system. We need to find ways to make sure we stop it, we block it. Now we need pregnancy and tickets for stadium. Now is it okay? Bawumiah want to me abronye the same level. Our intelligence is the same. It say our intelligence no the case to say kraba. The woman in shit. Bawumiah abronye want to me obriboahin. Give us money in prekonkwa. I'm telling you. Our genetic is a kraba, kuraaba. Chamber pot. One of those I didn't know. Bawumiah Chama untumi abronye DC abronye omunyina ne nketi no muguzu ne yepe. Give us money, oh, give us money. Queen, please, we don't want to live here. Our brothers are coming. We name of vice president. We na mo pese to abama no man be the president no. You people are a joke, eh? That you people are not serious at all. Come there. Ye need to do. Ye tiahwe oso ma me aye emu e obekwai. Yeso yete kwashiman. Come there kwashiman. Come ya die enche ye bewu aka wana wani ewu. Inso pon we ebenom. Edan edem inso to egu yeso. Eye termites any insect ewura dem o ekekaye. Ye hia solution in the solve a problem a. Also we dey say nya din. Oh mama mwa na nwemo. Oh we mu dey inso debo. Me ma me aye jollof ma e wo bekwai nti jollof ne dey den ebeba. Dey Bawumiah ye munu no. Okpoduna nana kwabota ne vice ni opese odi we bedi muso. And I said president di enyire betime dibi. Let's move forward. Now make sure about Bawumiah history kakrebi. Now see this. Titim. National service personnel cry over 2 months allowance arrears. Pipion. DJ to fiani o. I think I will tell her there. I make kaka musa. Minko baby o. Mi jinem. Ye jinem. Se jantra for Brazil no. Ya pempam so ye jinem. e de ehia ne se ade asa na yakogina light ase de aka nyina mfa ho se yaba se ne be ya ye bebo adwuma na ehia de hye de mfa ho ye se agirem se city light for jantrafo ye brazil ate kura aginem ai me kai mo a ye kai mo eye national service personnel over 2 months allowance emaye titim na ana de bia na makai ai
teachers are suffering, teacher trainees are suffering, nurses are suffering, and nursing trainees are suffering, patients are suffering, students are suffering, traders are suffering, pensioners are suffering, drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
When I'm pointing we are I see, hey, this he has done a yeoman's work, a yeoman's job. The exponent and proponent, here he comes. Now, and yet, say for national service for Guao. As a friend, they send the shootings. Yeah, these shootings were nurses cry as February salary delays. Let's go back to the music of the day.
Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Me who nipa obetwa kantata mu Ghana. And if there's any program I would like to sponsor, it's Cantata. Me who nipa oba ya okase Cantata a program bia yen free TV so. Proponent is a Cantata candidate. Mo kai say akwa we before election 2020, no makra say or the digitize wachi. Akwa we pa e kuro bia o anko manya ma champion vie. Esru wisa, don't touch me. A form wisa, ene pepre, and de a ye asantimoko kakratum. No man yama santukosia, no one a shell no, yanyaman santukosia kakra, ne dia peteso, ne aquacofa a ye kekedru, I asantia kekedru, any asantimo, near nyam kakra ne gum, near kofa asantikodu, near chaka crib ne gum. Ye we are near sacofa a ye, bibia your friend, a ye, zamarama for board ye, near sensene, near the gum, and sana a ria, ye de a ye a suicide crasso, nanke dia sano. Oh, serious. Serious, pa. Bawumiah is not okay. Bawumiah is mentally not stable. Seriously. Bawumiah njina yewu. Yede de bia kan yesre. Enya ko no so de digital kwa koto wache. Or be wache digital joint no. Na eno ko si saying. Hey. Mokai. Mr. S, send me the picture. Send me that digital picture. Send me, Mr. S. I know the refinyoma. Before election 2020, no. Watch a joint. No, a uniform. I am using. Watch me. I am going to use my phone to buy watchy, and this is digitized. And all the phone be a quarter barcode be so can't. I don't mean our bones. Debia so over Jimmy for the you. I vice president could be a Jimmy for the brain. I for a dear assistant, and I say you have bought the watchy. Hey, Jimmy just said. I did the Jimmyization, you know. They say nursing trainees are suffering. Teachers, trainees. Obi a man come a topic we come a call. She, ye jina kakra. Hey, yen chomini anko. Ye jira topic ne so kakra obi ma Kevin so onko na topic we ha me. Me ma BP. Ai, me bow yam next time. Say ye ka asem kire o meja jimi no na mo tie asem. Kevin so ntwa so onko so da bi ye jina wo he ya. Mr. S, send me watch de no. Na producers no do so. Ai. Producers no doso obi had the information but Mr. S send me watch proponent no na me fan kire mampon hene brofo e no tie no the proponent and the exponent.
Kind of job, the yeoman's job you are doing and undertaking for and on behalf of the head of state. It's no joke. It's no mean task at all. And I can confirm to you over here, not just because you're sitting just about a yard from me, I'm exaggerating. Nananum in Ashanti region, and I'm specifically using the name Ashanti region. Those of us in the Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs, we do appreciate and admire you. Anytime you see you on the TV, immediately what comes to mind is, yes, here he comes, the chief exponent and proponent of governmental economic policies and principles. And the main reason why we in Anonymous in the Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs do really admire him and appreciate him is, and incidentally, just for the record, when one delves through the composition of membership of Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs, I can boast with my chest out that any profession within the Western world, name it, we have a member who is qualified over there. Chartered accountants, medical doctors, no mean lawyers and solicitors. I'm here, over 35 years standing. We are all composite members of Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs. So when you get this kind of caliber of body to appreciate and admire the human job he's doing, he is everywhere, giving series of keynote addresses to international workshop, seminar within Mother Ghana here. We do appreciate it. And one cardinal principle that he's been enunciating all the time is, he is not one of those from the world of academia who just preach theories. He touches on greater policies and then go to the extent to analyze it in depth, break it down into minutest structures and this and that for everybody to understand and appreciate it. Let's give a hand to our Vice President.
Let's give a hand. Proponent and exponent. Oh. Also on it, he's being very specific. Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs. Bawumiah buys watcher using QR code, urges Ghanaians to sign up for digital payment. Mr. Bawumiah, psychologically, he's not stable. Bawumiah also introduces mental assessment, into our politics. Answer before a year over competing MP because Obi said K.T Hammond psychologically he's not stable. I saw about them kakra. About for parliament. If you to go to code omtiko fitem ni akwa hu adwuma na o maba kakankwasasam. I saw my mother's grave near the. Now this is the same Bawumiah. Now if someone who the PR coordinator watching na what say sika o what say Ghana sika nyina nkwasasam nko what say Ghana sika nyina okokan obi eja. And this is a guy at the end of the day opeso be president too. And he does not respect anybody. The guy is psychologically not stable. Or he no kasa or a tribal bigot. Yes, or yimu hine on the table de be catch no. Man pon hine me assure so otu for be from no kasa na wanyini na jai san yimu no. Obe sa man kofo kra kasa me kra me yimu. Inti me assure so otu for say to be from man pon hine. And as bi omunyina ko school no na de say obi a say Canada. And a man pon hine say on the UK. Day otu for be from man pon hine aka che say na jai o tribal statement no obey man kwara bi kura no abetia me say me so metia me tribal king but me so me nya tribal obi aso nim say na enya sa na otie man pon hene nsam kekan na be man kwara kwaka so tufo enso yimu enso me a otufo nana na me onye yimu nana oye yimu Nana Manisi Suminaso, Oya Yimu. But Nana Mampong is Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs. Nana also can into Mr. Friend and I catch say, hey, Sans rock card, you know, Sebio, Nayana and Penny for Meko can someone be kanye. And the Ghana Fontina baby, and Casame some your tribal chief, Mimi or two for some your tribal chief. I don't want people to say that. Intinana, catch them on points on clarifying your maybe because maybe TA, Nana, me or two for